Welcome back to Nasdaq Trade Talks. Your host Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. We're coming to you live from the Quandl Data Conference in New York City. Joining me for this segment, we have Matt Amberson, who's a principal over at ORATS. We are going to look at backtesting data. Thank you so much, as always, for joining us. And it's interesting because you and I, we've spoken about backtesting for option strategies. Now you're looking at backtesting for data. What brings you here?
Yeah, well, congratulations, first of all, on your new relationship with Quandl.
Yes, very exciting.
Yeah, we've also been a partner of Quandl for quite a few years now, and now we're partners through that. And so we've provided data through their portal, and we've had a lot of interest come from all those users, 400,000 users on Quandl. And so our backtester, we originally made that to prove out the alpha. And the alpha is what Quandl's looking for. They're looking for untapped alpha data sets. And so the backtester kind of feeds into the data that we're providing on Quandl. So, we built that to, help sell the data. We blog on Quandl and talk about what the value is in our data set. So that's.
So how are Quandl's customers, how are they going to start to use your data now?
Yeah, Quandl, like I said, there are so many users from such disparate places, but the feedback that we've had from their customers is that there are actually a lot of option traders using our data. There are some stock traders, people using it in their AI, people using it in machine learning. So, when you have that breadth of people that Quandl has, then it's very creatively using our data, and it's quite interesting to meet their clients through emails and feedback and coming to these conferences.
Well, it's so interesting too. It's not just financial services that are using this kind of data. It's very broad across multiple industries, right?
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, what's been shocking to me is now even people that don't trade options are using our option information to trade stocks. Yeah. And so that's been the biggest eye-opener for me so far.
All right, now what are your plans with Quandl now that Nasdaq is involved?
Well, this is a great setup because those people that I talked about, maybe they're long only, but now Nasdaq has both equities and options under your umbrella, and that customer base it plays into our strengths and Quandl's strengths really greatly. And so, like I said, they're coming to us for signals. There's so much liquidity in the option market, more liquidity in the option market, like 10 times more than it is in the underlying stocks for those options sometimes. So a lot of the people in the know will trade in options, and our data could pull out that type of information and show it to people that aren't necessarily going to trade options, but they might want to trade stocks around it. So this partnership and this customer base is playing into our hand really well, and I'm really excited about it.
Well, alternative data is a relatively younger concept. Are we just in the early innings? I mean, this sounds like there's so much that can be done with it.
Well, the conference, some of the presenters here, you had one on earlier, what they're doing with this data, with the GPUs, what they're doing with, it's mind-boggling. I was talking to this gentleman, and he went to a bank and showed, here's the information that we have on you, and the bank was astounded. Like, you could get so much information now from all these different areas. Equity options is just one of them. And so now the investor has to, and the people in these banks, they need to learn to use alternative data, and they need to use it well, and they need the technology to implement it. And so we're just one of the cogs in the spoke that needs to, all the data you need to bring in to do your job well.
All right, thank you so much for joining us at the Quandl Data Conference, and thank you for joining me throughout the day. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.